Okay.
Fucking live, Joe. Live in that ass. Hello and welcome to DWN Productions. THC, that's terrible horror crap podcast, sponsored by Fast Custom Shirts here, which my phone was just telling me at YouTube, live streaming, and Facebook, and of course at boygob.com. So, Joe, it has been another week. How was it for you?
Wait, I'm sharing the stream as you asked me to do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I thought you would just be able to talk and do it like I was doing, because I also just shared the stream.
It's been a busy week, Tom. Like you, I'm a bit tired. Yeah, just fucking getting shit out in the mail and then prepping for shows. And we finally got one of the big shows coming up this coming weekend. We'll both be in Houston. A shorter trip for you, but still a trip nonetheless.
Yeah. As soon as I get done here, like I just finished putting the last strips of paint on a couple masks. So as soon as I'm done here, yeah, it should be all dry, and then I could throw a little Tom's special sauce on it and then epoxy the eyes and teeth, and we should be good. So come back in about however long this takes, in about a half hour, and should have some pictures of fish sticks up on the internet. I think they came out all right. Colors are you don't know, you haven't seen it, you fuck. What are you saying? Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you if they suck.
It ain't even finished. Yeah, you will.
Yeah,
I won't hear if it's good. I'll hear, oh man, right. Sweet fucking Bowser mask or whatever the fuck it's gonna be. But yeah, the trying to find good pictures of that was a little fucking something. But that's all right. I think it looks pretty cool, but we will see.
Good shit that you're taking, you know, you're taking the Elmer, whatever.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
You're taking those tomatoes and
potatoes.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the potatoes. The potatoes that grow in the soil. I understand.
And the living dead guy or whatever, you know.
Whatever. A lot of blue shit.
But if you don't like shit like that, he'll also have movies that he doesn't like and is trying to get rid of.
2 boxes. Not just one box of fucking, hey, you drinking water?
Yeah, water.
Nice. But yeah, not just one box of movies, fucking 2 boxes of movies.
Good deal. He'll also have some koozies, if you like koozies.
I will have 200. Maybe you got one of those koozies, and this is the first episode you're listening to. So, hey, thanks for stopping by. I wish I could remember what that fucking hillbilly dude on you. Hey, thanks for tuning in, or whatever the fuck it was. Still watching his shit, though.
I know you are. You watch everything.
Well, more listening to it.
Right. Right. Yeah. So anyway,
There's the koozie right now.
Yeah, I was going to show you mine. I don't know where I put it. But hey, here's another one anyway that you didn't make.
Well, then throw it out, because I'm bringing 200 to the show.
All right. I'm going to use it.
500.
I want a new one for every beer I drink out there.
That's right. I'm going to have some beer for you.
And you got the new Boygob t-shirts that are just selling like fucking crazy on the pre-order.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
We might have a few of those.
It's not a pre-order. I just put it up because you didn't want to put it up on your site.
Oh, yeah. Well, fuck.
Yeah, I would say put it up on your site so it'll be easier.
I can maybe do that this week.
Maybe. I'm not asking much.
Yeah. Maybe.
But thanks, Mike. Appreciate that.
Yeah, Mike. Well, you know, we can always count on you. The one listener that we can always count on.
So listen up, motherfuckers. Go to dwnproductions.net and get a Boygob shirt. They're fucking awesome. I made one because I tried to get it out there quick. And Joe is just like, shut the fuck up and give me a couple days. And then he gave me something that looked a lot better, except for the font. But the actual image looks a lot better. So
Tom used the font that you can see on the koozie, like on the back of the koozie. You can't even read what the fuck it says.
That's just because it's so small and the company I used was not reputable.
No, they weren't.
And that's why I refunded everybody who bought a koozie and sent them out free of charge. And now we're just giving them the fuck away. All 500 of them. Now I'm going to keep like 10 for myself.
I want to thank everybody that came out to the sweltering heat yesterday in the pop-up that was held at Lee Harvey's, aka Flea Harvey's. Not a good
Steve
crowd.
Harvey's.
Not a good crowd at all because all the smart people stayed home and out of the sun. It was fucking hot and no fun. No fun. I think I had one beer out there. That's how much fun I was having.
Bunch
Not
of fucking pussies. I was working in that heat yesterday. Grow some hair on your crumb.
I still made some money, and it wasn't even the hottest day of the week. But we hit 99, I think maybe Wednesday or Thursday or both days. But summer's just getting started, baby. We're about to hit them triple digits.
No, I actually don't think it has started yet. I think next week, someday or something, is the actual start of summer. So even though we're having one hell of a summer, it hasn't.
Midsummer started, I think.
No, I would. You like that movie, so I won't say shit. But
I do like that.
What are you doing with that bootleg fucking Trader koozie? I don't know
where yours is. Let me go find it. Oh, here it is.
I sent you a whole box of them.
Yep.
Not really a whole box, just I used them as No, it was a whole box of them. That's all I sent in that one. Fucking prick. Sucks, dude. As soon as I put that fucking can in there and I seen the fucking print start to split, I know, what the fuck?
So there was like 4 of these in the box you sent me.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those so far, which I guess is good for you because you don't need my shit on there. You can just screen your shit on there now.
I got a marker and all this.
Oh, great. I didn't get one with rubbish on the front.
Yeah, this is a sketch cover, they call them. So I'll be doing these. I got 3 more that I'll be doing at the convention on this weekend.
Fucking assholes. So yeah, if you're in the Houston area, or if you can get there, I would say if you are in a 5-hour radius, it's going to be fun. Weekend long. I'm sure they have rooms at the hotel still. Come on down. We're going to be doing some drinking.
If you're into celebrities, they got celebrities coming.
Do they?
I mean, somewhat.
I mean, Butch Patrick, but who else?
If you're into people that were in movies, you know, they got that.
If you want to meet every actress ever to be in a horror movie, I got you covered. Houston Horror Film Fest.
Yeah, Butch Patrick, man. Fuck.
Sundays only. She knows that's the only day that his crowd gets out.
After church lets out.
Hell yeah, at 3:00, an hour before the show ends, his line's going to be fucking banging. We're going to be like, what the fuck? But it's going to be like walkers and blue hairs for miles.
Yeah, you're right. Because church lets out at 12, and then they all head to the old country buffet, and then they'll fucking head over to the show.
What are the odds that there's going to be like a bunch of Rob Zombie kids going up to him now since Rob Zombie's doing that remake of the Munsters? You think they're going to try and get on it early? Like, oh, can you sign my fucking White Astro Zombie vinyl or whatever the fuck?
No, they're going to wait for the poster to come out with the whole cast.
I might have some. So stop on by the table. Get your official Rob Zombies The Munsters poster.
Poster with Bill Moseley on it and Sherry Moon Zombie and the ghost of Sid Haig.
Hey, before I forget, because we're going to get to it, but Rob Zombie can learn a lot from on how to use his wife in movies. We'll get to that, but if I didn't forget, I just wanted to say that now. But we'll get to it, because Rob Zombie ripped off a lot of Mr. shit. But
yeah.
Using his wife in the movies, one of them for sure.
For sure.
Joe, you watch any Mexican movies?
Yes, I did. Kinda.
Oh, okay.
I made watched a Mexican movie that was made by Spaniards and starring Americans and Spaniards, and that is Perdita Durango. This is the sequel. Well, not really, but there was a book written called Sailor and Luna or Lulu. I don't know. This guy Griffith, he wrote a novel, and there was a minor character on there called Perdita Durango. He brought her back for another book, and then he wrote a comic about her. And this is that comic, I think, or maybe it's an adaptation of the book. I haven't read them. I don't fucking know. But this book, Tom talked about it maybe 5-6 weeks ago. This movie. And
no way I talked about that fucking book.
No. Tom only reads audiobooks about Stanley.
And if it's comics, pretty much just the pictures. That's
Yeah.
what we're focusing on.
The pictures. Backwards, because he reads those Japanese mangas.
No, you got to do something.
Yeah, this movie, it's just about a crazy chick that hooks up with a crazy dude that's a cult leader, a cannibal cult leader, and he's into the mob for some money, so he's got to deliver a truckload of fetuses to Las Vegas. And, you know, they kidnap some white kids along the way and rape them. And it's all good fun, man. This is a good movie. There was 10 minutes that were cut out of it before, but now you get this new special Severin edition with a cover that has some limited shirts that I made for them, but they only got women's sizes, which is really odd. But hey, I don't run their business. It's a good disc. I actually watched some of the special features, and Tom knows I don't really do that. You know, I watched the interview with Alex de la Iglesia, and then the interview with the guy that composed the music, who looks like Fried Barry, like a freaky looking dude. And you know he is, because he composed the music for Hardware and Dust Devil. So if he's buddies with Richard Stanley, I don't know.
They hang up on the fucking ceiling with each other, talking about shit you do in the night.
And then they have an interview with the writer. But then there was an interview with some film critic talking about the movie, and I didn't watch that because I don't give a fuck about that. And then there was an interview with whoever did the cinematography, and I don't give a fuck about that. I ain't never even making movies, so I don't learn about that. Good movie. If you're into, like, you know, inane violent shit, you know, then this is a good movie for you. But a lot of it is in Spanish. Nah, shit. Most of it's in English.
Yeah, this was his first English movie.
Yeah. So far, his only one, right? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's my favorite one because it's got my boy, James Gandolfini, in it.
Yeah, the Soprano guy is in it, and he gets his ass kicked through the whole movie.
He keeps coming back. God
if you ever wanted to kick his ass, you can do it by proxy by watching this movie.
Yeah, I would highly. We don't agree on things all the time, but I like this one.
If you're a Screamin' Jay Hawkins fan, he's in this flick. You know, Tom, give him a little Screamin' Jay.
Jay! Oh, I see. I interpreted that wrong. My bad, dog.
Yeah.
My bad.
I thought we were going to hear those melodious pipe singers again. But I guess
No,
not.
sir.
Okay.
No, I went for the shitty joke instead.
A little too tired, are you? Hey, come on
yeah,
to Houston Horror Film Fest, where after about 6 o'clock, once Tom is going to look it up and see him insulting potential customers. Anyway.
So after 1 p.m. before it's open, but we've been setting up for a while. Yeah, I've been fucking busting my ass, so I'm going to use those 3 days to really have a time.
All right.
So Lori will be there, so that'll be fun.
Look out in those hallways.
Oh. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Come early, because from what it appears to be, all my shit's going to be sold before the door opens. Well, thanks for that. So if you want something, get there fucking early, I guess. All fucking 2 of you watching. You fucking pricks.
Oh, hey, there's a button for me to see the comments.
Oh, shit. I thought you figured that out last time.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about it.
You were pretty drunk, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a holiday like today, you know. Fuck it, you know. What are you gonna do on Father's Day but fucking record a
Oh
podcast?
shit! Happy Father's Day! I
That's
forgot.
right. I should be spending time with the family, but you're always insistent. Let's do the podcast, Joe. Let's do it. We got so many listeners and viewers and people that will buy T-shirts. But okay.
Well, I'm going to assume since it is a holiday and you said you did drink, you did something to piss them off, so they fucking left.
Yeah, everybody's done. Everybody left home.
They went to Dairy Queen, did they?
Hey, bring me back a peanut butter parfait.
Make sure they hold it upside down.
Yeah.
Fucking pricks.
Some novel shit there. What'd you watch, Tom?
I finished Witching and Bitching after like a month hiatus. I just relaxed. I wanted to watch Murphy's Law, which I didn't end up watching because I said, I got to finish. Yes, with Charles Bronson.
Wow.
So I was like, well, I got to finish this first. And then I did. And the fucking back half was a lot more entertaining than the front half of the movie. That's for sure.
It's a build-up, Tom. It's what they call a slow burn.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not fluent in Spanish, especially not the fancy Spanish. And
you're doing pretty good, though. You're learning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And since it is in Spanish, you got to read a lot of it. And since it's supposed to be like a comedy, it's just, all right, I'm trying to read and look up, and it just doesn't play well. So, I mean, if I knew the language, I'm sure it'd be better, or if it was fucking dubbed. But the back half, it was fine. I might watch it again. I'm not going to get rid of it right yet, but I would say it's worth a watch. I don't know how many other of this guy's movies I want to watch. I think I've seen all the ones that was on my list, but yeah, his wife's been in a few that I noticed and a couple other people. So he uses her a lot better than Rob Zombie uses his wife in movies, is what I was trying to say earlier.
He uses his fat buddy a lot, too.
He does. He was in it.
Mm-hmm.
He plays a lady or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, cross-dressing doesn't have any fucking language barrier, so we can all laugh at that. Hey, you son of a bitch, it's June. You take that back. You're right. I'm sorry, and I apologize. No one should ever laugh at that ever, and I'm a piece of shit for even thinking about it. My apologies. Now let's all go whack off to guys in dresses. Be right back. I'll come. Thank you.
All right, we're back. That was done for the people that are not watching the video portion.
Oh, man, if you would have watched it, you would have seen big red dicks.
With pustules and shit straight out of Witching and Bitching.
No, I was going to go with Bubba Hotep.
Oh, Bubba Hotep.
And I should say thank you. I was going to, because Target was having a buy two, get one sale this past week, and Amazon was matching the prices. So I was just, all right, they got fucking Bubba Hotep. Let me upgrade to the Blu-ray. So I pulled the DVD. I was like, oh, shit, Joe got this side. And that's right. No Blu-ray for me. And put it right back on the shelf.
Don't need it. Don't need it. In fact, speaking of not needing it, I rewatched Halloween 3, which I've always told people from way back that this is the best one in the franchise. You know, Michael Myers, he's all right. But, you know, you get tired of him after 2 movies. And I think that's what happened with the franchise. But most of the fans didn't. They said, fuck you, bring back Michael Myers. And that's what they did. That's what they did.
That's what they did.
But this Halloween 3 DVD, and shit, I already put it up. But it's an older DVD, and it looks fucking great, man. It like never needed the Blu-ray treatment or anything. It just looks crisp and clean. You know, I'm not a special features guy, so if they added a lot of that shit, I mean, I don't know. I don't need, who did it? Like Shout Factory or something like that?
The Scream Factory. Get it right, motherfucker.
Yeah. And I don't really care for a lot of their covers, so, you know, that didn't on anything.
Why? They just walk into hotel rooms with directors or what?
With the covers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck, I don't know. Um,
Yeah, you do.
I didn't get that, but anyway, the movie holds up. I don't like Tom Atkins too much, but he's good in this. It's just like a maybe a sequel to his character in Creepshow, or he's just kind of like a shitty drunk dad. You know, I kind of like that. I like that he has a six pack with him pretty much wherever he's going, or he's going to buy a bottle, and even lets some fucking rummy in an alley take a swig off of his bottle.
I
That's
don't know what the coronavirus is. Go ahead.
yeah. Um, it's got some stupid shit, but I can look past a lot of it. Mainly like, hey, this young little hottie going for fucking Tom Atkins, but he's a doctor, so I'm guessing she thought he had money. And
He's a doctor and she's a whore. It's understandable.
but for the longest time, I think I was the first one to ever put out a Halloween 3 shirt, and it would be people like, "Oh man, you don't have any Michael Myers? Fuck that movie, fuck that." But like, the opinion on it seems to have turned over maybe the past 6 years.
I would say a little longer than that.
But people have found an appreciation for it, and that's good. It's because it is a solid movie. It holds up. Lisa watched it with me for the first time, and she saw how fucking annoying and addicting that stupid little jingle is.
What, London Bridges?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, that's what it is.
I've heard this before. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I dig it. I wish they would have had some longer shots on those other masks that he had in the gallery and stuff like that. I would have liked to have seen some of that stuff. Hey, what else did you do, Mr. Post? Let's check this out. But
I think, it was, yeah, some of it was Don Post and then some of it was Berman.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy.
Yeah, Berman. I'm more of a Berman guy for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But
yeah,
these robots.
Sorry.
They're I was just gonna make fun of the robots, but go ahead.
No, that's all right. No, I was just gonna, speaking of Halloween 3, you ever see the deathbed video?
I have. Yeah, we all do the thing from this or that,
Head on over to youtube.com. Watch the Ala Zulu music video for Deathbed, directed by Joe Garcia.
Are those deathbed masks still on your website?
Those deathbed masks. They were never on the website.
Oh, okay.
What, did you want, like melted novelty masks?
Right.
Like a shamrock or a cocksucker?
Right.
Yeah, those could be there, but the bitch face, that mold broke. So unfortunately, there's no bitch face.
So you can't
only the classiest name.
Trifecta, huh?
No. One of these days I'll have some time to make another one, but tomorrow it's right back in the Zool mines after fucking seemed like an endless touring of painting for the last week. Holy shit.
What'd you watch?
Yeah, Halloween 3 is fucking great. I like it so much that I have the Shout Factory fucking DVD. That sale was going on, so I said, God bless it, I'm getting the Blu-ray.
I guess if you can take advantage of a sale like that, then fuck it, if there's some shit you want to upgrade. But I really thought this DVD looked fucking quality, man. So,
well, I'll have the DVD Shout Factory version at the Houston Horror Film Festival. So if you want to throw me $28, you can see. What did I watch? Illegal Aliens. I went through the old binder and was looking for trauma movies because I found a binder of remember DVD-Rs when that was a big thing in like 2005, 2006? Oh, goddamn, we got a DVD burner, motherfucker.
The early days of piracy.
Except when they were actually robbing treasures from sunken ships. I think that was the early days of piracy.
That was the pioneering days.
When they were stealing barrels of pepper.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
You can get some good coin for pepper.
Just don't use the pepper. Grow jalapenos, you fucking idiot.
Well, some people don't live in a temperate climate.
Yeah, that's right. I think they're called Eskimos.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why the fuck would you be pirating up there?
Or British.
Anyways,
Mhm.
I watched what was it? Illegal Aliens, starring Anna Nicole Smith and Joni Lauer, better known as China. This is the second time I've seen this. I don't know if this is a step above or a step below pornography, Joe. I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder. But this is pretty fucking bad.
Where was Anna Nicole in the stage of her weight in this movie? Because like, was she still like as good looking as she was in Skyscraper? Because that's a quality film there.
With The Rock?
No,
Oh.
the original one, the Rocks is the remake.
Oh. No, I've never seen the original because it didn't have The Rock in it.
So I'm just saying, is this big overweight Anna Nicole and strung out China Joni?
You know, I don't think she was a biggin, but they were like, it was about 3 aliens that come down to protect Earth, and their like their disguise, their cover are hot ladies. So I would assume that no.
Oh, okay, I thought
She's
the aliens were protecting Earth from Joni and Anna.
yes. No. And then Joni comes down from Earth to take over, and she happens to take the form of China. But the direction is so bad that she'll just talk like this. It's fucked. Like it'll just go from 1 to 0 and nothing. It's horrible. This might
Well, that's
be,
kind of an improvement on her regular voice.
no, this is this. If you want to see what bad direction is, this is the movie to see. Because Anna Nicole Smith, I'm pretty sure she's playing like the director's. All right, now act like a baby the whole time because your name's Baby, so act like a baby. Unfortunately, she acts like a person with a mental deficiency. So she's not acting. Rest in empowerment. It's worth a watch to laugh at. This is like the shit I would think Lloyd Kaufman would make if he never became an edgelord. But it's funny for like a bad movie night. But it sucks shit like this gets made when there's like actually people with ideas. So, if you're an asshole like I am, go check out Illegal Aliens. Or if you're a respectable person, go check out Perdita Durango. That'd probably be a better, or Halloween 3. I'll suggest that one even over that one. So yeah, rest in empowerment, China. And I guess Anna Nicole Smith too.
Such tragic loss.
I guess you met your husband a lot sooner than you thought you were going to. Oh, I finally got away with him. Plot twist. Oh, I'm dead now too. Mm-hmm. Sitting in the ghetto thinking about
Texas gal.
Sorry to hear that.
Worked at the Dairy Queen, I think, or some shit like that. I don't know. But anyway, Tom, I watched The Reckoning. I don't know if this is a Shudder original, but it should be. This is a Neil Marshall film. You remember him, Neil Marshall? Yeah, he did shit like that werewolf movie,
Dog Soldiers, and
really good.
Hellboy.
Yeah,
and The Descent.
And he did like some big action episodes of Game of Thrones, and he's been doing a lot of TV. And it's usually big action. Doomsday, yeah. So this is a movie that takes place during the Black Plague, and a woman's husband gets the plague. She doesn't. The landlord of the property she lives in comes to fuck her when he comes to collect the rent, but she actually has the money to pay it. He still tries to rape her. And he's like, well, once she fights him off, hey, I'm going to go tell everybody she's a witch. And I guess it didn't take too much because everybody said, yeah, you're right, she is a witch. So they arrest her. They call in the most famous witch, I don't know, prover because he's not a hunter. He's not a witch hunter. They already hunted her down, right? So they put her on trial and they do these tortures on her and like severe tortures, but she's still, healthy enough to fucking escape or whatever. I don't know. She's having visions of her dead husband and the devil or something. Or this is not a good movie. This, for a guy that does action, this one just fucking sucks. It's stupid. The witch hunter dude, he has like this ninja chick that hangs out with him, and she's all burnt up because she was accused of a witch too. But it started raining when they were burning her, so that's a sign from God that no, we forgive her. So now she can work for you who tried to burn her. But anyway, this movie's fucking. It's a Shudder. It's on Shudder. Do not recommend.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it because I seen you post it. I was like, oh goddamn, new Neil Marshall joint. All right, I like Dog Soldiers and Hellboy, and check it out. And I ain't going down Shudder no more, boy.
Nope.
We already talked about that shit now. Fuck out of here with that old bullshit. Raggedy ass poo poo garbage now.
It's pretty bad, the shit they have on there.
Everything they have on there, unless it's older fucking movies.
If Fried Berry was okay. I like the Fried Berry. Probably going to be on my list this year. Probably the only thing on my list.
It's going to be on one of my lists too, you fuck. I did some tromoing. That's what we're going to call this. Hanging out with the tromos. So I hung out with a couple tromos, Joe. A couple of dudes. A couple dead dudes in a house. This is a movie about a group of friends who go to fix up an old house. But it's an old lady still lives there? Or it's the ghost of an old lady? Like, it looked really shitty. I seen an old fucking DVD that was probably just a VHS rip. And it looked like Ted Danson in, like, really shitty old age makeup. So it just looked like Ted Danson robbing around in the dark, killing fucking teenagers and shit. It had some good gore, and I would like to see what it looks like, restored and shit. So I was watching, I was like, yeah, man, this seems exactly like something fucking Vinegar Syndrome's gonna pick up and fucking restore and then put out there for way too much money. And I was like, all right, well, I guess they did 2 years ago under a different name called The House on Tombstone Hill or some shit. So next time they have their sale when they need to clear some space out of the warehouse, I think I'll pick that one up so I can actually see the movie that I thought was pretty entertainingly bad. So Dead Dudes in the House or Tomahawk Bonehill or whatever the fuck, give it a watch. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's definitely one for like us fans of bad slasher movies. Or, I mean, if you're a slasher fan, quote unquote, you're going to love anything slasher. So, fucking, if that's you, go watch it. Bet you watch, Joe, or should I hang out with some more Tromomos?
I watched Vice Academy, another one you did about 6 or 7 weeks or so. Watch the first one. Oh. Getting prepped for Houston Horror Film Fest because Linnea Quigley and Ginger Lynn will be there. Yep. The rivalry is going to start again between these two. This is one of those typical, what was this, 80s? Like early 80s comedies that exploitive in the sense that it promises like a lot of sex or body shit, and it's pretty lame on that regard. We got maybe 2 chicks that take their clothes off in this whole movie.
The leads.
Yeah, well, no. Does Ginger Lynn take her clothes off? I don't think she does.
Sure. She would have to. Why would they hire her?
Exactly. But you got some brunette in there, and she takes her top off in 2 scenes, and she's quality. She's probably better than the other 2, so that's fine. It's about, as the name implies, chicks mainly in vice academy, you know. This is the academy specifically so they can join the Vice Squad, and they got to make some busts or some shit, and it's really dumb. It's really silly, and like silly in the way that like, hey, this is gonna get a lot of laughs, and nah, didn't get any fucking laughs from me. It's just really stupid.
This was the one where they have to bust the porno ring.
Yeah. Well, that's part of their thing. They got to
Yeah.
bust the porno ring, and they end up busting Queen Bee, who is the top pimp.
Who isn't Queen Bee?
Right.
I don't know who this fucking bitch thinks she is, but I remember that ain't no Queen Bee.
Yeah, I got upset too because these are my B girls. Those aren't the fucking pissed.
Yeah, it doesn't get good till part 3 when my boy Elizabeth Caton's in it, so maybe you'll stick around that long.
Maybe they're all free. They're all, you know, you don't have to buy box set from anybody if you want to watch them. They're on, I think it was the Roku channel, maybe. I don't know, one of those free streaming services. Just run a search on your Roku, and they'll tell you which one it's on. Fuck
It'll
it.
be on the classless one.
A lot of these things are free, you know, and unless you're like Tom that wants to see all those extra features, you know, they look fucking clean. You just have to put up with commercials, but that's okay. You can go for a beer when there's a commercial on.
Well, there won't be a commercial here, but as said before, I'm a fan of physical media, and the internet connection sucks in the shop too. So if I just have a stack of discs I can put into the fucking DVD/Blu-ray player, that's the way I fucking like to do it. So fuck you. But head on over to Fast Custom Shirts where you can see at least 3 or 4 shirt designs. There's a few on there, but fuck that. Head on over to dwnproductions.net and buy the fucking Boygob shirt. You're watching this fucking garbage, so why wouldn't you buy the shirt so people know you're fucking garbage? So head on over, dwnproductions.net, buy the shirt or get fucked. Joe, I hung out with some more Tromomos and watched Butt Crack. This
The
is
movie.
another, yes. It should be said that Dead Dudes in the House was not made in-house by Troma, and I like
a lot of them aren't, right?
I know, but just keep in mind that it wasn't made in-house, and I liked it. And then I watched Butt Crack. This is a comedy about a fucking nerd. I got a new koozie. About a nerd with his ass crack always hangs excuse me, about a nerd whose ass crack always hangs out. So his roommate's trying to get his roommate's trying to get his girl over there to propose to her, but she goes, "Oh, his ass crack's always hanging out, and it makes me violently ill." So fucking he comes in, fucking his ass crack's hanging out. She fucking pukes all over the place, and he says, "God damn it, you fat fucking son of a bitch." And he's like, "Hey, I don't know what the big deal is. I'm just a fucking butt crack boy." So he goes and takes a fucking bath. And the guy's just like, "Now he's listening to this fucking music. Fuck him." So he goes into the bathroom, probably to look at his penis. But he grabs the clock radio. He's like, "Shut this fucking thing off." And whoop, jumps out of his hands into the bathtub and kills the big fat butt crack guy. Luckily, the butt crack guy's sister's a witch. So at the funeral, she does a lot of mecca lecca high, mecca hiney ho shit.
A lot of witching and bitching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So he comes back from the dead, and anybody who looks at his butt crack becomes a zombie. If you like dumb fucking shit, and you understand you're watching a movie made for no money called Butt Crack, give it a shot. It wasn't made in-house by Troma, and I liked it. I don't know if I'd watch it again, but after The Toxic Avenger, watching all those movies in a row, I was not looking forward to watching some more Tromos, but when those two were pretty good. However, I watched another one called Unspeakable, which this is a fucking edgelord movie a guy is driving back from his party with his drunk wife and his fucking way too old kid who's acting way younger than she should. Like it's fucking Anna Nicole Smith and Illegal Aliens. But if I want to go back to the fucking party, you son of a bitch, you can't even get it up, you limp dick fuck. Let me go back to the party. Oh, I don't feel good. My tummy hurt. Go back. We're almost there, honey. Go back. And then they get in a fucking car accident. The daughter dies. The wife gets like all her face is all mangled and she's like confined to a wheelchair. She's wearing this really shitty wig and she has like this disfigured makeup that looks more like some kind of cute little space creature or something. And she's just sitting in a wheelchair going like this, where she diarrhea shits chili with peanuts in it. And it just makes noises like and then like her caregivers all like, oh, it's just part of it. You know, you got to help people out. But then when the husband leaves, oh yeah, I love that dirty shit covered pussy. Oh, Rob Zombie stole all of his fucking dialogue from this movie. And it's just like him getting his face in it and and it turns out the dad was like having sex with the kid and shit. It's just a bunch of edgelord fucking. I'll never ever watch it again.
So he wasn't a lip dick son of a bitch.
Well, he might have been because he went around killing prostitutes too, and he never got it up. He just fucking that kind of shit. So, yeah, I don't know. It was a little too trying to be edgy for the sake of edgy for me, dog. So it's gonna be a pass for me, even though it wasn't in house. I didn't care for it.
Well, I don't care for most of the things that have the trauma label on them, so fine. You know, that kind of like deters me from watching most of the time. But I watched The Alphabet Killer. This is based on a true story, but I guess it's set in modern times, or modern times when this movie was made, which is a long time back. It's made by the same guy
of 2017
that directed Wrong Turn. You ever seen that one, Tom? Wrong Turn.
The new one?
No. Not Wrong Turn Forest Baptists or whatever.
Oh, Stan Winston. I liked his creature features. Yeah. He did this shit Teenage Caveman. I was able to get it up.
Well, Elijah Dushku? What the fuck kind of name is that? Well, she's in there.
A very nice one, Joe. Don't be mean.
And she's a cop in this, and there's a serial
police woman.
Yes, that's going around killing people with the same initial on their first name and their last name, and that's his gimmick. And
that's shit, Peter Parker. I got to make a call. I'll be back.
And that would be
Jonah Jerklin. I'll be Bruce Banner. Oh my!
If he was a 13-year-old girl or a 12-year-old girl, yeah, he would be worried. But he's not most of the time. So she gets really obsessed with this case and develops schizophrenia. I don't know if that's how schizophrenia works, but you know she's getting it because she's just doing a lot of this. You know, just twitching a whole lot. And ends up trying to kill herself. 3 years later, she's in a support group, and the killer is back. The killer is back. She's working in the records. You know, she's not a detective anymore. But they let her be a consultant on the case because she knew about it and she was right about certain aspects. And I don't know, she just gets obsessed again and fucks up everything, fucks up the whole investigation. She's seen ghosts of the little girls. So you got little girls following her around. She's seen all kinds of crazy shit. She finally discovers who the killer is. It's one of her friends. Oh, shit. Somebody in the support group with her. Never saw that coming. And the movie ends with her just strapped down on the table in the insane asylum while the killer is still out there. Yeah, this movie sucks. It's got a lot of people. Like, if you you'll just recognize face after face, like a bunch of people. I don't know who the fuck their name is, but oh, this guy played a bum in this other movie, or oh yeah, that's the one that played a whore in this other movie. And it's just a whole lot of that. Like Michael Ironside is in it. That's one of the more recognizable names. Timothy Hutton. Uh, Fucking I don't know. Other people are in it. Bill Moseley, he's in it. Convention All Star Bill Moseley, he's in there. Uh, it's got the look of a made-for-TV movie, but then somebody will eventually say "fuck," and it's like, okay, this wasn't on TV. And I looked it up, and it like total made maybe 200,000. It's a piece of shit. I do not recommend.
That's not bad. If any of my movies made 200,000, that's outright.
Yeah, but they probably spent more of that just on the casting,
Fucking pricks.
Yeah, Elisha Dushku. I don't know how to fucking say her name.
Yeah, it's not that. Or it could be. You'll never know, and I'll never tell you.
Mm-mm.
What was that show she was in?
That 70s show.
No. You ever hear of American Rickshaw starring Mitch Gaylord?
I have.
You ever see it?
I have not seen it.
In this one, a guy driving a rickshaw gets duped into doing some voyeurism pornography. Some broad who probably not as attractive as the movie wants you to believe she is says, "Hey, come to my houseboat and I'll let you put it in my rump." And he says, "Oh boy." So he goes to her houseboat with hopes of putting it in her rump. And you know what? They start doing a little kissing, start doing a little rump squeezing. And then he hears a noise and says, "What was that?" And he opens the door, and there's a man with a missing thumb going like, "Yeah, kiss her rump hole." And he says, "You son of a bitch." And he starts beating him up and shit. And he says, "I'm out of here. This is fucked." And then he says, "Oh, wait a minute. I got to go back and make sure I don't have AIDS and shit." And then the boat catches on fire. So now Rickshaw Man's framed for murder, and he has to go around and get down to the bottom of this houseboat voyeurism pornography thing. And in the end, Donald Pleasance, his skin rips open and he turns into a pig. The end. Would recommend.
Does Mitch Gaylord happen to find a parallel bar anywhere and start doing his flips and shit?
No, he does not. But he pulls an old lady on a rickshaw, an old Chinese lady. This is the old Chinese lady who looks like she fell out of the book of stereotypes. Is like looking at him. He's like, "Oh yeah, my shirt. It has a tiger on it because I was born in the Chinese year of the tiger." Like, I gotta tell you what Chinese shit is, old Chinese lady. It's pretty good. It's made by my dear uncle Sergino Mazzatano. So I usually don't like this WAP shit, but after watching this, it's like, all right, I'm a little more open to giving this shit because 1 out of fucking 50 was good. So I don't know how much I'll dip in, but if there's, oh no, you gotta watch it. Before I'd be like, no, it's that fucking Italian shit. I'm not watching that carp. And now I might say maybe, but probably not. But American Rickshaw would highly recommend. If you like shit like Miami Connection or Samurai Cop, give this one a go. Or don't. I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck.
I didn't watch anything else.
Well, Joe, let me ask you something. You having one hell of a summer?
It's hot as hell this summer. Oh, hot as hell.
Hell doesn't look so hot in these Hellraiser movies. It looks kind of cool,
Looks kind of
actually.
cool. Yeah, like you would need a windbreaker or a jacket.
The sweater, at least.
Yeah, yeah, and probably have to wait in line to get inside that haunt. Hellraiser 2. What's the byline or subtitle on this?
Hellraiser 2, we're going to give you more money, but it's going to look like you have less.
Yeah,
Hellbound.
Hellbound. I never liked this fucking movie. I saw it in the theater, and I didn't like it. Everybody's like, "Oh man, the visuals on." No, the visuals suck. So you got a baby juggling eyeballs or something. I don't give a fuck. Julia's back. Julia's back because they saved the mattress from the house. And she can come back through the mattress. I don't know what the fucking rules of this franchise are.
Didn't either.
Yeah, I don't think they have any. Yeah, fuck it. She can come back through the mattress. All right.
When she was crawling out, I don't know if it's because of how the design was or who they had in the makeup. Sure hope it wasn't a dude. But I kept saying, oh, man, Julia's got a fat rump for a skinned fucking person. I don't know if it was like how it was painted or how the appliance was sculpted or what, but it was distracting.
Kirsty is in enough.
Why don't you just call her fucking Christy? I've never heard Kirsty before anywhere outside of these fucking Hellraiser movies.
Kirstie Alley, star of fucking Cheers.
It's Kirstie Alley.
It's Kirsty.
No, it's not.
Fuck yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
It sure is.
Well, fuck her too then. How about that?
All right.
But no, you got me there if it really is, but I don't think. I always thought it was Kirstie Alley. Kirsty's fucking stupid.
So, yeah.
Damn, she had to grow up. Oh, it's Krusty Kirsty. And like, oh, it's a medical problem. And run away and cry in the bathroom.
Is either in a hospital or an asylum. I don't fucking know. And
I think it's a medical hospital that somehow this doctor has just for his sick hobby of trying to crack open puzzle boxes.
Yeah, he's got a shitty basement just with people that are just fucking locked up, but, you know, it's all leaky and I don't know. Looks like it's got issues. And he's got a collection of puzzle boxes and shit like that. But even though everybody else can open these puzzle boxes just in like a few seconds, he hasn't been able to do it. You know, fuck his medical degree and all that.
Bring in the autistic.
Yeah, so there's an autistic blonde little girl that he just like, yeah, I've got her captive. Let me have her open this shit up. And she does. She does.
She does. Fuck it. No. You are not his desire. Where'd they go?
Enough of your tricks, Kirsty.
What tricks, bitch? I ain't hooking.
Fuck. And yeah, Julia comes back, so they do the whole shit again where she's got to kill people.
Joe, not only does she come back, she comes back with a fat rump.
Right. Wearing a white suit. So it can look all bloody and shit.
Yeah, so it's the same thing as the first movie, but the genders are reversed.
They open the gateway and go into the hell world. I don't know.
Leviathan!
Cenobiteville. And yeah, it's like they're taking a tour of a shitty haunt. That's like, let's go down this hallway and see this. Ooh, let's look it over here. Ooh, what's that? Oh, shit. You know? I don't know. And then Frank's there. Yeah, old Frank. He's just hanging out in a room with beds that are going in and out, you know. But luckily, he's thwarted because he's going to start raping Kirsty, his niece.
That was his whole plan.
Turns out
was his whole plan, just to get his niece down there so he would have someone to have sex with, because he's a sex addict and he's just getting tormented with these visions of these women. I got it. My fucking niece has a stupid fucking name. She must be an idiot. Let's trick her to come back down to hell.
And even though he's escaped before, he doesn't have a mattress escape hatch that he can use. But, you know,
Yeah. Why didn't they just give him the mattress since he didn't have one? He could have used it.
Kirsty escapes because all she had to do was set his dresser on fire, his vanity mirror. So she sets that shit on fire. And, oh, okay, that's it for Frank. All right.
Bye.
All right. The doctor, fucking
Starts
Julia
with a C.
Chenard.
What a stupid fucking name.
Julia turns him into the Cenobite because I guess she has that kind of authority.
Yeah, that was. She fucking lures this guy into hell, and then he turns into. Okay. At the beginning of the movie, it shows fucking Pinhead, Swedish Johnson, or whatever the fucking guy's name is. It shows him getting turned into a fucking Cenobite, and that looks like shit. It's got like these wiener little tentacle things going meow and slapping fucking nails into his head and shit. That looks fucking whack. And then they pretty much do the same thing, but with like clay cutters wrapping around his fucking head and shit. I don't know why they thought, all right, man, people love fucking Pinhead and these Cenobites. So let's make a new one, and then he's just going to beat the shit out of all of them. What?
Yeah.
Chenard?
Chenard, the fucking guy with the fucking thing on his head that's, I don't know. I don't know. He looks stupid.
It was cool when it got ripped off.
I don't know. I wouldn't rip that off. They escape from hell, and then they go back to hell. Because Kirsty thinks her dad is still there or something. I don't know. I was forgetting.
But it was just a trick by Frank, so she would come looking for him.
That's
but
right.
What she was really looking for was that dick, that Uncle Dick.
She didn't get it though, because she set that fucking dresser on fire. And she tells the Cenobites, "Hey, you were human once." No, we weren't. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we were. All right. So then Chenard comes in and kicks all their asses super easily. And even though they've been fucking Cenobites for how long? I don't know.
For longer than a couple minutes.
Yeah, I'd say 40 years because
43 to be safe.
Yeah, at least with Pinhead, because they show him in that, geeky military British uniform.
Your World War I-ish.
Holding a riding crop? I don't know.
Dearest Dolores.
Maybe it was just some fetish shit he wore. I don't know. Before he wore that
I'm here at the reenactment camp.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, that little blonde girl is going to fall off the fucking cliff, but Kirsty's wearing Julia's skin.
Oh, so just trust me.
Why don't you just say, hey, it's Kirsty?
Don't do that shit.
It's Kirsty wearing a Julia suit.
That's the worst thing ever in a movie when they fucking it's one actress, but it's really supposed to be somebody else in a mask. It's and then fucking it's the actress or actor, and then they cut away, and then it's back, and it's all fucked up. So it's please don't ever do that shit ever again. Yeah, unless you're making
80 something, right? Late 80s, 87.
I think 63.
Okay, because Mission Impossible was 63, and the effects didn't get much better between 86 and 63 because they did that on every fucking episode of Mission Impossible. Leonard Nimoy would rip off the fucking mask or whatever. Yeah,
I loved him in Search of.
Yeah, he was good in that. We'll get to that. No, wait a minute, we won't. But and then the movie's over, or so we think, because they got some movers going back to Kirsty's dad's house.
Hey, hold on, Joe.
Or no, the doctor's house.
Not only are they fucking movers, but they're shakers as well.
So they're moving shit out of the doctor's house, and hey, the mattress is still there, even though it should be evidence and locked up.
And fucking old Rump Shaker pops out of the mattress like fucking I don't know. And then fucking totem pole spins around and the hobo's back and we're Boygob.
Alan Moore. I always said it's Alan Moore on there. There's a skeleton like fucking laughing or whatever.
It's like all the effects that they had left over that they can just fucking glue on
Yeah. Throw it on that fucking piece of wood we got there.
spin it around, you fucking let's go home. I have a bunch of gay sex to have.
You know what? If we cut slits in this, it could probably hold DVDs, and that's where the idea for that came from. You know, and you could spin it around.
So yeah, I like this one. If you would have asked me before we watched, I'd be like, yeah, it's my second favorite Hellraiser movie. My first one being the one that we're gonna watch next week. So it's got the fucking idiot with the CDs in his head, and that's just the dumbest of his time shit ever. So I've always loved it. But yeah, Pinhead and goes clubbing. Can't wait.
Pinhead into club. Yeah. Yeah, that's coming up next week. And I would have told you years back that that's the worst one, but I don't know. Two is pretty fucking bad. We'll see. We'll see.
And we got like 3 that Dimension made just to keep the rights.
Mhm.
So, you know, I think
I think I remember liking 2 of the Dimension, just throwing out there on video movies, but we'll see. We'll get to them.
we will.
Yeah, I'm slowly looking for them at the shop.
Yeah, I got the last copy of this 6 Hellraiser collection. It has like part 3 through, I guess, 8 or whatever the fuck it would be. But yeah, I got it for like $6 shipped from Goodwill.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of the new ones, or maybe the last one I've seen, like they're in Mexico or some shit.
That one's supposed to be pretty bad.
Yeah, it is. It sucks.
The last one I seen is the newest one, and I seen it 'cause it premiered on Netflix, and we talked about it however long it came out, but
Yeah,
it's not going to be the worst one.
New Pinhead, he's obviously from Texas because he's at every fucking Texas show that you wouldn't expect.
He obviously works cheap.
Yeah.
So yeah, next week we don't have to dive into any underworld because it's going to be Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth.
And then finally we get the fuck out of Earth after that.
In space.
We'll get to that. We will get to that.
Joe, will I go grab a beer? Tell everybody about your adventures in space. Or don't.
I've never been to space, but now that's a possibility. If I become rich, like I can hop on like Elon Musk's, or I don't know who the fuck's going to space right now, Richard Branson or whatever. But if you don't have that kind of money, just head on over to dwmproductions.net.org. Who fucking knows? He should get a fucking .com like everybody else does, but no, he's got to be special. Do that. See what he's got in stock and just order it, and then ask him for some custom work because that'll piss him off because he doesn't want to do custom work right now. If you don't like that, go to fastcustomshirts.com. If you got $10 and some money for shipping, just get a $10 t-shirt and I'll get it out to you. Where the fuck did Tom go? Why does he walk out on his own show? This is a show he wants to do. All right, I see in the comments, Mike MC says it's .net. That's right, .net. So head on over there. Hey, Tom's back, ready to talk.
Out. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Just taking a sip of beer there.
Well, I need a sip after all that pimping of your site that I did.
Oh, shit. Pimping ain't easy, man.
No, it's not. It's thirsty work.
Ooh, speaking of thirsty work, Joe's been working his jaw all weekend. Eating hot dogs because it is Father's Day, and that's what he does on Father's Day. He eats a lot of hot dogs.
Wiener Schnitzel's right down the road, buddy.
Right down the alley, as some would say.
Yeah, like you got that taco place down the road from you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joe.
And that little liquor store.
Into action.
Spider-Man's issue I didn't write it down.
68.
68. All right, we're back to normalcy in the Spider-Man's world. We start out seeing what the Kingpin's up to. That's
We don't start out seeing what the Kingpin's up to. We start with the cover.
Where he's swinging into action.
We're swinging over a bunch of protesters. It tells you college kids were a bunch of fucking idiots back in the day, and college kids are a bunch of fucking idiots in the present day. Nothing's changed.
So we open up to page 1 then, Tom.
Thank you.
And the Kingpin, he's plotting some evil shit. He wants to steal some fucking tablet that's being housed at New York State University. And I don't remember why they're trying to steal this or what the fuck. But he decides to do it.
You know why? Because it's a fucking MacGuffin, Joe. And if they didn't have this shit, we wouldn't have a fucking average-ass issue.
So then we get to see Kingpin work out. And he fights 4 guys that he just hires to fight him. You know, the longer they last, the more they get paid. He kicks all their asses quick because somebody mentioned Spider-Man's. And he got mad.
So he pays them like prostitutes.
Yeah. Nuts. Fuck out, you're fired after he kicks their asses. This was a forgettable issue again because I'm forgetting a lot of the plot points.
There's a fucking protest going on at the college. What are they protesting? They're not letting us use this building.
Right. They want the building used for low rent student housing. But they're going to have the faculty use it, so they're mad about that. Robbie Robertson's son.
Randy!
Yeah, Randall, or whatever.
Sexy Randall the Pharaoh Wizard.
I'm kind of freaking out on this kid. There's something off with him. I think maybe he's got a drug problem or something. Maybe.
Maybe he'll go on the prowl. We'll never know.
Yeah, I don't know. But he hooks up with some militant protesters, militant blacks that are,
Mr. Spade, I heard his name was.
They call him an Uncle Tom, and that was really...
Hey, that's my name.
Yeah, and they don't like Peter Parker because he works for the man. You know, he works for the journalists or something.
And because he's a fucking cracker.
Right, because he's white. Yeah. Fucking riot breaks out. That's when the Kingpin decides to go in and steal that tablet. Him and Spider-Man's fight. The end. Kingpin takes off.
No, not the end. It's, hey, we'll see you next issue.
Yeah. Spider-Man's just chasing him. Again, Romita's art in this issue is not bad. It's a decent looking issue, especially those early scenes in the Kingpin's office where it's all dark and shit. Frank Miller ripped that shit off. That whole look, because he even has the blinds where there's just like the light behind the blinds. You know, some of that shit looks really cool. So fuck you, Frank Miller. Just ripped off.
Frank Miller was blinded by the light.
I would say so.
Fuck.
I would call him a Rob Zombie of the comic world.
I would call him a little Hindu kid from that Bruce Springsteen movie, Blinded by the Light.
Oh, the feel-good movie of whatever year that was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
2018, the movie that brought on the coronavirus.
Right. You got everybody listening to Bruce Springsteen.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
Sexually.
The boss, they call him.
Damn. I call him the sloppy boss.
So the king.
Whatever the fuck that means. So tune in next week where Spider-Man's probably going to fight the Kingpin, but he'll get away, and then we'll go on to another average-ass episode.
Because then Doc Ock will be back.
Great.
Or the fucking Vulture again.
Hopefully someone Romita hasn't drawn before, so we'll get a couple panels of good art.
Yeah, we didn't get any of Norman Osborn this issue, struggling with his Green Goblin identity. So
because he's just in a room somewhere going like, all right, remember. And we can't have a whole issue with just remember.
Well, I'm sure if Stan Lee could get away with it, he fucking would. And also, Mary Jane has not been present for a couple issues, so maybe she's growing her hair back after
I
having
hope
a
so.
ugly perm.
She looks like what the kids refer to as a fucking lesbro.
Yeah, that's what the kids say.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, I'm a 12-year-old.
Ah, fuck Spider-Man.
Hey! You like lists?
I've been known to read a list or two. So our list for this week was our top horror themed television shows. And this was an easy list to do, probably one of the easiest we've had in a while. For me, anyway. Maybe not for you, Tom. No. In fact, I was scratching shit off the list. I had so many listed.
Yeah, we talked about before. I'm not a big fan of television.
Yeah, I know.
In the last couple years, the like I'll listen to that Dark Side of the Ring shit on YouTube, but I mean I've heard it all before. That's just for like mainstream,
Yeah,
probably
it's
not even the
rehashing
rest
old
of the
shit.
fans. Yeah. But I just throw it on Cartoon Network, and again, it's usually fucking Amazing World of Gumball and Teen Titans Go. So that's about the only actual TV I get, unless the fucking news is on, and then I just channel that shit the fuck out.
Well, thanks to Dark Side of the Ring, we now have the dark side of the NFL.
Which I heard is hot fucking garbage and not even made by the same people. But Joe, honorable fucking mentions.
Honorable mention, I have Todd and the Book of Pure Evil. The show's a lot of fun. It's got that horror element, and it's basically making fun of the genre, making fun of being a teenager, making fun of being cool or not cool. It's good fun. Then I have Erie, Indiana, the kids show where the kid moves to Erie, Indiana, and then they fucking something weird happens each week, you know. And they've got Bigfoots there, they got aliens, they got all that shit.
Let me ask you a question about Erie, Indiana, Joe.
Yeah.
So this came out in what, early 90s?
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing watching this shit? 'Cause you didn't have no children yet. You were a little too old to be watching children's programming, Joe.
I didn't watch it until I had children because I got the box set and I thought, hey, this seems like it'd be something good to watch with the children. And they liked it too.
South
Population 1000 or 16661. Anyway,
Transylvania 65,000.
I looked it up and there was something else that they made called Erie, Indiana, the Other Dimension. So
shit.
A few years
One
later,
hit.
I'm gonna look that up and watch that. Then I have the animated show from the 70s, the Drac Pack. Now, this had the sons of Dracula, the werewolf, and Frankenstein, and they were trying to stop their evil machinations. Each week, they would come into conflict with them. Then I have The Night Gallery, Rod Serling's follow-up to The Twilight Zone. In each episode,
all the time,
he would show a painting or two, and then there would be a story based on that.
Oh, look at this over here. Well, that's like Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah,
that's on Comet all the time. Night Gallery.
Yeah, it's on Comet all the time.
It is, you fuck.
And then we have The Outer Limits, which was fucking fighting for ratings with the Twilight Zone. I don't know, but a lot of the episodes were really good. Sometimes it was more sci-fi based than horror, but they had their horror in there.
No, it was a sci-fi show. You fucking asshole.
Fucking did. Tom, your honorable mentions.
Well, if we were doing our top sci-fi shows, I wouldn't have The Outer Limits on it. Only if it was that one that came out in the mid 2000s. Is that the one you had on your list? Yeah. Then they replayed them on Fox.
Take out the tits. Yeah.
Oh shit. What do I got? I have a show that I don't know. It was a Power Rangers ripoff, I guess. I didn't watch it because I actually liked it. I watched it because it fucking sucked. And it was something to laugh. Even back then, I loved watching garbage and laughing at people fail. And that is the big bad Beetleborgs. It was like these kids, they got a comic book and they went into a haunted house and they met like fucking this Jay Leno genie Liberace man. And then he said, "Hey, kids, I got to keep you safe because there's monsters in this house and they want to eat your rump holes." So there was like the Mummy, which was hot last year, and the Wolfman, and there was a monster and then a Dracula, and they were all trying to eat these children's rump holes. But when danger called, they would have these little cricket walkie-talkies, and they would turn into Beetleborgs. It was fucking dumb.
Was this a live action thing?
Yeah, it was a Saban thing. Just hey, Power Rangers is good. What else? Let's do a horror themed one.
And they had their line of toys and all that shit.
Maybe, probably. I wasn't looking for that shit. I watched it because it sucked, man.
You didn't have the jammies or anything?
No, I was probably, now looking back on it, a lot of kids my age were into Power Rangers and shit when it first came out. But I was like, I'm too old for this shit. I tried to. I got a couple of the figures and I just felt fucking weird about it. I'm just too old for this fucking
you were already questioning your sexuality and then
oh shit, will this fit up my asshole?
Yeah. You're at the store like making sure nobody's going to buy them.
I already got that vibrating giant Paul White figure WCW put out. Like, you don't know about this, which is fucking like in the 90s when WCW was big, they had a line of figures that they were just like posed. I think maybe you could turn the arms or something, but it was like big, hard plastic, not detailed. And they had a big red button on it. And when you pressed it, they would vibrate. Like, definitely enough to rock a clit. For sure.
Did you have?
I had the giant one. And I stuck him up my asshole and had to go to the emergency room. No, but for real, like, why would you fucking make these things? Except if it was just all right, we can't market fucking dildos, but we'll make them. And they just sold them in Toys R Us or fucking whatever. And little fat tits Tommy got the giant one.
Well, the Harry Potter, like they had a broom. Like
I seen that
fucking broom that would vibrate too. And
I
think
bought
they pulled that one. So that's probably.
I pulled that one when I got it.
Sure.
Waka waka. Beetleborgs, fuck you. Toxic Crusaders, horrible. Awful show. This was my first introduction to trauma. I had the figures. I didn't, if you notice, I didn't go back and watch the Toxic Crusaders movie because it sucks. Maybe 10 years ago.
Minutes too.
Yeah, I got a few. That Toxic Avenger 1 by Marvel's going for a couple bucks now. I'm thinking of throwing it on the old eBay.
No shit, I got a few of those.
Do you? Got one signed by me? Because if you don't, I'll sign one for you.
I'll take them to Houston. You can sign them all. I got like 4 or 5 issues of #1 that I bought in a lot or something.
We'll sell them then.
I will.
No, we will.
Sure.
So it'll have my shit on it, you fuck.
That's right. That's right.
So Toxic Crusaders, it's on there because I wanted to have 5 honorable mentions. What the fuck does that say? Real Monsters. Wasn't a big fan of this show. It was a Nicktoon. I'm more of a Rocco and Hey Arnold guy, but needed something to fill out these honorable mentions, Joe.
Yeah, those aren't horror.
And they're monsters, you fuck.
No, I'm saying Rocco and Doug.
No, they're not.
You said they're not monsters.
No, I didn't say Doug, you fuck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, my shit's falling off. I have these now because I was mowing the lawn yesterday and it got tied up in the wheel and just ripped off and then it went under the blades and that was the end of the earbuds.
All right, I thought you're just buying more and more expensive equipment for a show nobody listens to, and
No, that would be silly.
it would be.
Hey, so head on over to dwnproductions.net and cop that fucking Boygob shirt. Don't be a complete fucking dickhead. Even if you're a big fucking fat guy. Usually big fucking fat guys, there's an option for a 5XL, and it's like, oh, this is going to cost $18 more. It's not going to cost fucking shit more. If you need a 5XL shirt, it's going to cost the same fucking price as if you need a size small shirt. Point being, get a shirt for you to wear, big fat guy, and then get a small shirt to clean your dick off when you're done whacking off, since you're a big fat guy. Probably can't get abroad. Or
Represent, you
a
fucks.
dude. Whatever. Just go buy the fucking shirt. Do that and listen to me tell you that Tales from the Crypt Keeper fucking sucks. a couple years ago, maybe 10ish, again about now, I got a couple of those on DVD. It's like, whoo, this fucking sucks.
I never watched it. Never watched it, man.
It came out around the same time as Erie, Indiana.
Yeah. So I didn't even know it existed. It's just like when I found Erie, Indiana, it was like, what the fuck is this? You know, but they did put them out on DVD and all that?
Some of them. It's, you know how they'd release shit like, oh, they're two wacky packies or whatever the fuck they would name their. Yeah, it was just that.
And these are the ones that the toy line was based on?
Yeah, they had figures.
Yeah. Like, I've seen the figures. I've just never seen the show.
Then it's not good. Kazar, whatever the fuck. Kazar, come here, lion bitch. He
Sabu.
fucking, yeah, there you go. Zambu from fucking Zaboomafoo.
So give me the rundown on the show. Would he just have like adventures and shit, or would he actually
it's
introduce
a little kid. Yeah, it's a little kid's version of fucking Tales from the Crypt animated. It's
so like he would like introduce, and then there was a story about a puppet, that would come to life, or shit under the sink or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Egg people from planet Mars or whatever.
Yeah. Yard gnomes and stuff.
Man thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think I got one more. And then just so I'd have something modern on the list. I've caught it a few times when Gumball or Teen Titans Go wasn't on, but it's Victor and Valentino. It's about a couple of your people romping around with like chupacabras and sugar skulls and other Mexican horror related things.
Let me write this one down.
It's on a Cartoon Network. It's a newer show. I'm pretty sure they're coming out with new episodes and shit.
Okay.
Not bad. I haven't actually sat down and watched it, but I'll stop for a little bit and be like, all right, yeah, it's good. It's no fucking Amazing World of Gumball, but I don't know what is, because that show's fucking awesome. But it's pretty good from what I've seen. So it made an honorable mention with all that other garbage I didn't really care for. Number 10.
At number 10, I have the X-Files. This show was on for 30 years or so. So if you're not familiar with it, where the fuck have you been? It had its fair share of horror episodes, and then it had its sci-fi aliens type stuff, which some of that was mired in horror too. I've been going back and rewatching those, and I'm on season 5 now. And some of those older episodes, they still hit, some do not. But you see a lot of like people that went on to do bigger shit. Like Bryan Cranston was in an episode I watched recently. It's still good, and the show still holds up.
Bryan Cranston's he was a voice actor. He did a lot of voice acting before fucking Malcolm in the Middle and shit like that. So look, he was actually in Clerks,
the animated series.
It was.
All right. Which our pal Kyle still hasn't seen, even though he's the old
fucking prick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you why I call you Deep Baby Kyle if you ain't watching Clerks, boy. What do I got? I got Friday the 13th, the series.
A series.
Now, I recently bought, not recently, but in the past year when the coronavirus was happening and we couldn't go anywhere, I bought these, watched about 3 episodes of the first fucking season. It's like, oh, fuck. This is boring as shit. But there is one episode that I remember from my childhood and went back and rewatched, and boy, does it suck, but it makes me laugh. It's about a kids who get like this playhouse, and the playhouse has to eat kids to survive, to make like their wildest imaginations come true in the playhouse. So they lure these fucking their friends in, and they just, oh yeah, come in. And then everything's going on. I hate you. I hate you. We hate you. And then the red lights come on and the house eats them.
So this is the show, like they're like in a pawn shop or some shit, like hunting.
Yeah, an antique shop.
Okay.
And fucking like the first episode, they're having a going out of business sale, and they sell all these haunted antiques. And then the series is them going back and tracking them down. So each episode is like a story of an antique.
See, back when it came out, when it aired, I only watched one episode because it was on some weird fucking time slot. You know, at like,
and it was on CBS, and you're not as old as you are now, so why would you watch that?
Saturday nights at 11 or some shit, you know, when you're in high school and you're out with your friends or whatever on Saturday night. And I did want to watch it because I was that fucking horror comic book dork, you know, that would watch anything that was horror or whatever.
Because you celebrated Pride Month, I understand.
Yeah, before it was a thing.
I did it for the taste, you fuck.
Right. Not like all you know, Johnny come.
Oh, I'm doing it because I love this man. No, I had to eat.
I needed that protein.
So what do you got for number 9?
At number 9, I have Tales from the Crypt, the HBO classic horror anthology show.
It's kind of petered out.
Yeah, like the show did. Just like the show did.
Well, it was pretty good up until that last season, and they went to England. It's like, fuck is going on here?
I think once they let Arnold Schwarzenegger direct an episode, it was downhill from there.
Oh, sell you my body parts.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy who talked like this, he always looked like he was voiced over in everything he was in, but he wasn't, because he always talked like this. It was the same guy they got for Spectacular Spider-Man that they fancy Dan. Yeah, it was weird. Everything you seen that fucking old fruit in, it always looked like he was fucking voiced over, but that was his voice and everything. Unless they got the same fucking guy just to play a cruel joke on him. He was like some kind of deaf mute, and they just wanted to fuck with this old asshole.
Fuck it, hire him again.
Hit the fucking dickhead with the lisp.
It's like that guy you would always dare shit to do, and he was retarded, so he would do it.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, either. It's just, I've heard of things like that. So
I've never have until tonight, because I don't hang out in such crowds, you fucking asshole.
Number 9, Tom.
Well, my number 9 is probably something you grew up on, because it's old as fuck.
Beating my dad?
That's what you call getting sexually assaulted, but I don't. I call it the Groovy Ghoulies. You remember this one?
Yeah, not a fan.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not a fan of most of the stuff that's on here. It's had to fill a list. Number 8.
Number 8, I have the Addams Family. Snap, snap.
The animated series.
Nope, never seen the animated series. The black and white one. I have the first season. Rewatched that, and that shit holds up. It's funny. The guy that plays Fester, he's real fucking good. Jackie Coogan, I think his name was. And,
yes, Ricky Coogan from Freaked.
Yeah, fucking the Aston dude, he's funny.
John Aston.
Yeah, the chick that plays
Professor Gangrene or Dr. Gangrene.
He's sexy. The old grandma, she's funny.
I'd fucking hit it, goddamn.
Lurch, I know you'd hit that too, and he's funny. Pugsley, I know you'd hit that, and like he has no purpose.
I have
whatsoever.
He was at a horror show I went to. He was only there Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, the Addams Family. It's good. It still fucking holds up. Don't watch the new animated movie because that sucks.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah.
This is probably one you watched because for some reason you were watching 90s fucking children's horror shows. So this is the Canadian Spooktacular. Are you afraid of the dark? Throw sand on the fire.
Never saw it. It was Canadian. Did it air like a Saturday morning thing or on Fox or something?
No, it was Saturday night because it was Nick. That's Nick at night. So why is it called Snick? Because it was Saturday night, you fuck.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
what does the ICK stand for? Don't worry about it. We're really a racist company.
But Goosebumps was on Fox, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is some more R.L. Stein shit, right?
No. This was like a Nickelodeon show. This was a little bit more for tougher kids.
That could stay up past 9.
Yeah. Because I remember, we'll get to it. Joe, what's your number 7?
At number 7, I have Twin Peaks. Definitely not for you, Tom. And at times, the show borders on silliness, but when they do their horror and their violence, this show is fucking top notch, man. It's some hardcore shit, and it's a show that I've rewatched before, and I'll probably rewatch again, except for season 2.
You don't have that much time left, Joe. You're an old fucking man with debilitating diseases.
Spend the last 3 years in bed doing nothing but watching shit. So
you only got 1 1/4 left, you fuck.
I'm not gonna spend it watching Shudder movies, although I have watched a lot of them.
That's what you've been doing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about time to get your $5 a month back. But not only that, but you have a little bit of dignity that returns back to you too. Some self-respect will be regained.
Well, I gotta see what everybody else is praising, and then fucking.
Nah, you don't. At
remember
this time,
that,
you know what
dumb.
the deal is.
Yeah.
You just want to be a part of something. I understand.
So I'm gonna start watching the fucking drive-in then. Tom, what do you watch?
Fish sticks.
Where the fuck are we at?
Number 7.
Yeah.
Goosebumps.
Oh, I thought that was a Gremlins theme.
No, this is another Canadian theme. They like making children's horror shows in Canada for some reason. So yeah, this it's Goosebumps. Can't recommend anybody who didn't grow up reading or watching Goosebumps go back and read or watch it now. But again, maybe about 10 years or so ago, I went back and rewatched a couple episodes. It was there for the nostalgia thing. It wasn't, you can't say, oh yeah, it still holds up, and that's like a weird thing. Maybe you're whacking off to it and you need to get your fucking head checked with a bullet. But no, I'm not doesn't hold up, but it's this list of TV shows, and if it's not a list of animated TV shows like we did before, there's not going to be a whole lot on it that I actually like. But I'm trying to make a list, Joe. That's what we're here for, and that's what I'm trying to do for you and the 3 people watching at this time. Number 6.
At number 6, I have From Dusk Till Dawn, the series. Yeah.
That's where I go and get another beer, because fuck you and that series.
This series is really fucking good. The first season is pretty much a long version of the movie. It expands on some shit, but everything's really good. The chick that they get to play Satanical, whatever the fuck, she is hot as shit. She's no Salma Hayek, but she's pretty damn close. And then in the following seasons, it's the further adventures or continuing adventures of the Gecko brothers and their fights with the vampire, and expands the mythology of the vampires with Aztecs and shit. And you got Danny Trejo comes in because Robert Rodriguez is almost always going to use Danny Trejo in the shit that he does. I dig it. I think it may still be on Netflix, so I recommend that you watch it. I only watched the first 2 seasons. I don't know if there's a third one, but it's some good shit. Tom doesn't like it because he hates all Mexican stuff.
No, Mexicans are cool. If they weren't, I wouldn't
him.
be here fucking around with you, Joe.
He likes some of it because you should see this fuck at a Mexican restaurant. God damn. Like, dude, they just served you. Where the fuck did your food go? Number
big
6.
fat guy. Before we get to number 6, we didn't give anything away last week, Joe. Okay?
Okay.
So, I got a box of koozies. Like I said, if you're not able to make it to the Houston Horror Film Festival and you would like a Boygob koozie, I'm going to want you to I don't know.
Pay for shipping because it's still going to cost you $2 something.
I don't want them to pay for it.
You dummy.
If it didn't fucking if they didn't crack, then I'd say, yeah, if you want one, pay for shipping. But I don't even want them to pay for that. So post a picture of yourself in a crypt keeper pose. Not going to do it. I almost did. So whatever that is to you, post a picture of yourself looking like the crypt keeper or in a crypt keeper pose and hashtag it Boygob so I can find this shit. And let's say sometime
tomorrow
I'll see if anybody actually did it, and if you did, I'll send you out a fucking koozie. So if there's more than one, then it's just gonna have to be the best one. But unfortunately, just like the Blade fucking poster thing, only one person's gonna submit. So if you're gonna be that one person, you'll definitely win. Just take a picture of yourself looking like the crypt keeper and hashtag it Boygob so I can find it. And you'll get one of these koozies that fucking the shit shreds when you put the fucking can in there.
Or so just doesn't even have that thing on it. Boygob, that's it.
I was like, man, I put a can in there and all the ink split. What can we do to fix this? Crickets. I haven't heard shit back from them since.
I was drinking from this thing for 3 hours before I noticed that there was nothing on the other fucking side. And
I paid another 4 cents to get printing on the back.
And I was like, man, I just gave away 6 of those. I didn't even check to see, but nobody said anything. They probably thought, man, this is fucking lame,
Well, as long as they search Boygob, we'll be the shit that comes up. So
yeah, because they definitely can't read what's at the bottom.
I mean, they can if they know what they're looking at and they try. But definitely, I tried to do that Boygob shit just so they would, if you Google search Boygob, we're coming up. That's for sure. Us and Brian Singer. So number 6, I have Godzilla, the animated series. This is the sequel to the Roland Emmerich American Godzilla movie. I tried to rewatch them all. One? It's not anime. It's American anime. Well, it's probably not. It's an American animated show, but they probably sent the fucking animation over to Korea or whatever. So as you know, I tried to rewatch it a couple months ago or whatever, but it just started to be a lot of the same shit when I got about halfway through. I stopped.
From the 70s. Have you watched that one?
Yeah, a little bit, but
with Godzuki and his buddies on the boat.
Yeah. I can't get down with a whole lot of 70s Hanna-Barbera if it isn't my number 2. No, there's a lot I can, but like, excuse me. The action wing of Hanna-Barbera, because you know they had like the classic comedy cartoons and then they had their action wing. Not a big fan of the action wing. I was more of a Snagglepuss fan.
I haven't submitted to
So, Joe, number 5.
At number 5, I have Hannibal, the series. This shit was much, much better than I was expecting it to be, and it's got its share of gore, and the effects are really, really fucking good, and the acting's good. They adapt Red Dragon. They adapt. They don't really do Silence of the Lambs, but they do Hannibal. They do that shit. So they got the shit with the pigs and Mason Burger Face, or whatever the fuck.
Hamburger.
Yeah. The show's real good. It was. I guess it was canceled maybe when everyone went on strike. I don't know what the fuck happened with that, but there's been talks of bringing it back on Netflix. But they say that about everything. I'll believe it when it happens, but definitely worth a watch.
They say that about everything, Joe.
They do.
But only a few come back.
That's true. The shit I don't want to watch, the shit that Lisa watches gets fucking life. Lucifer.
Team Venture, you motherfucker.
That ain't ever coming back.
It's coming back with a movie to wrap it all up. Bam! I already said. You were making fun of me when I changed my profile picture to save the Venture Brothers, but it worked, you motherfucker. It worked. Woo! Number 5?
Yes.
Svengoolie. Greatest horror host there is. Just celebrated 42 years on the air. Grew up with this mug, growing up in Chicagoland, before he was broadcast all over the nation. The movies he show aren't that great.
East Coast, I could give a fuck. Honestly, I could give a fuck about horror hosts. You know, we didn't have that shit down here in Texas, so we don't give a fuck about any of that.
There was one in Houston, maybe about 15-ish, around the mid-2000s, maybe, called Dr. Pellicula. I remember watching that a few times, and he showed a lot of the Universal shit. I definitely watched Creature from the Black Lagoon. But, I mean, it's there. You just got to look for it, I think. But now I don't know. Yeah, now I don't know how much it is since Svengoolie's fucking broadcast nationwide.
Yeah, I'd rather watch, the movie than watch it with some asshole talking all over it.
You'd rather watch the crack of my ass and turn into a zombie.
Maybe, rather than one of these fucking horror hosts, like, some fucking dick with a hat. I don't give a shit about that.
Hey, fuck you, man.
Yeah, that's for you East Coast people that's like, fuck it, man. Let me put a hat on.
He's from Chicago, you fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This East Coast people.
Is that not the East Coast?
That's the Midwest.
Are you all not connected to the ocean?
No, but we can live besides the ocean.
Yeah, I don't know.
Way out past the breaker. Watch the world die.
Yeah, Chicago, not even a good fucking band.
No, it's the best band. The Seven Ghoulies. Number 4.
At number 4, I have Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And yeah, just the Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The original fucking cartoon. All of the rest of that shit can go fuck itself. At least they were trying a little on this one with the backgrounds and everything. Yeah, they did their thing. It was always like a real easy mystery to figure out. Whoever first talked to them at the beginning, yeah, that's who your fucking monster is. But it's got some cool, memorable shit. I like the original stuff, and it's got a hell of a theme song.
Oh yeah, what's that? Scooby, a puppet named Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, doo-doo, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, where are you? Scooby. Number 4. Yes?
Scooby Doo. Number 4.
Well, this one stars my radio edit from Star Trek. This is Oh Captain, my captain, the man who hosted one of the greatest horror-themed shows of all time. One where an animatronic gorilla that they were building for the hit movie Congo, excuse me, came to life and killed somebody. That actually happened, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had to, in this show, they would give you 5 stories, and you would have to think what was fact, what was fiction, what was real, and what was beyond belief. And this was fact or fiction, beyond belief, starring that guy from Star Trek, whose name I can't think of fucking right now. But that show was great, and this bitch got knocked up by an octopus in it. And I laughed and laughed. Oh, so did a little girl really get pregnant from swimming in an ocean because there was octopus eggs nearby? Tune in after the break to find out. Bitch, pig and elephant DNA just don't splice. Oh, it really did happen?
I don't know.
Beyond belief, fact, or fiction? Fucking awesome. I wish they'd release that shit on DVD. I'd watch nothing but that shit. Fucking love it.
No, Tony, I didn't like Celebrity Sleuths, so I don't want to see fucking Scooby-Doo with Laurel and Hardy. Shitty ass version of the fucking Three Stooges.
Or the Harlem Globetrotters.
Globetrotters or
Batman, he showed up.
Sonny and Cher.
Phyllis Dildo, she showed up. Bitch from the Boneyard, she was in there.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that was probably the worst, man. Yeah, the first Scrappy.
There's a couple newer ones that are like Shaggy has like an army buzz cut in one of the newer cartoons. It's fucked up, and one looks real fucked up, like Family Guy animation. Fucked up. Fuck both of those.
Number three. And number 3, I have the Twilight Zone, the superior version of the Outer Limits. There was a lot of horror in this. There was a lot of social commentary. Rod Serling was all about that fucking social commentary. This is another thing that I'll just watch a random episode every once in a while. Good shit. A lot of old stars. You know, a lot of people from Star Trek. If you're a Star Trek fan, watch this. Or fucking a fan of anything. You're going to see somebody you know eventually. Hey, oh, fuck, there's Telly Savalas. People are like,
love his jackets.
Hey, there's Charles Bronson in this war episode.
Who? Love his masks.
Bronson's. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Twilight Zone.
Well, Joe, my number 3 is a show I used to whack off to as a child, pulling my young dick out to and
the little
trying to whack. Spawn, the animated series. Oh my God, they showed Wanda's cartoon titty for a half second.
Cartoon titties.
Oh, come.
Some bitch riding a guy.
Yep. And shadows and Frank Miller's shadows that he stole.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking break.
That he stole from John Romita.
And then they stole the sperm out of this little kid's penis. That was me. I'm saying Frank Miller stole my sperm, Joe. I'm not saying he ate it. I don't know what the fuck they did with it. But I would like to know collectively how much sperm was pulled out of little kids as they whacked off to the animated series of Spawn when it first aired. I don't want to see it. Keep that to yourself. I just want a number in gallons.
So we should put a poll up on the page. Did you whack off to spawn? Since you can only have two options now, yes or no.
Joe, since you know how to make the polls, make sure that goes up and make sure to specify Spawn the animated series when it originally aired on HBO.
All right, not now.
No.
If you're
But
still
then,
whacking off, do it now.
then I would have to. I
Get off
guess
our
I
page.
gotta reluctantly hit yes. Because nostalgia just doesn't apply to some things. Hey, Joe. Dos amigo.
At number 2, I have Penny Dreadful. Probably the best thing that's been on Showtime. This show is I'll describe it as League of Extraordinary Gentlemen of Horror. It is really fucking good. You got your Dracula, you got your Frankenstein, you got your werewolf, you got all kinds of shit, man. It
sounds like Beetleborgs.
It's well acted. It fucking looks good. It's well written. It's something I'm definitely gonna go back and rewatch. Not this new shit. The fucking Penny Dreadful Dia de los Muertos or whatever. Fuck.
Bless you.
Yeah, when they brought that back, I mean, it's like we watched the first episode and it's like, no, fuck it. That's enough of that shit. We'll stick with the original show, and you should too. Penny Dreadful, go watch it right now.
You've brought this up a bunch.
Mm-hmm. You won't like it. It's good.
I won't. It's a television show.
Yeah, that too.
Number 2. Unlike a lot of you fucking creeps out there, never whacked off to this show, never whacked off to any of the characters in this show. And that is Scooby-Doo. I was going to be like, how about I just list every Scooby-Doo show? Because I don't really like TV. But I said, no. Let's actually try and make a list. So I just crammed all Scooby-Doo and just put it as number 2 because it's the shit.
Even the one where Shaggy has a buzz cut?
No, not that one. Or the one where it looks like Family Guy.
All right.
Fucking pricks. That's it, Joe. Number 1. This is it.
Number 1. Let's go back to HBO for Carnival. This show fucking rocked. This kicked some ass. It had its ongoing, continuing storyline, but then they'd also do an episode or two where it's just like one fucking incident that would happen. Great acting, great fucking build up, and then it was canceled, so they never fucking finished the story. Ran 3 seasons. It's good shit. It's already been too long, so they can't fucking come back and do a movie or whatever and wrap it up. I'm sure some people have died. They had a midget on there. I don't know what their lifespan is.
He's gone.
But they can't live too long, right? They just look fucking old. They're probably just like 13, 14 the whole time. But yeah, this show was fucking good.
How good was it, Joe?
Number 1 fucking good.
Nice. Well, I would assume that my number 1 will come as no surprise because I haven't mentioned it yet. But yeah, it's not only what I guess my favorite horror show, but I guess it would be one of my favorite things in horror in general, and that is Tales from the Crypt. Of course, why wouldn't it be? I'm kind of disappointed that it just, at least it made your list and it wasn't just an honorable mention. But yeah, Tales from the Hood's great, except for that fucking crooked tooth last season. It's pretty fucking good. It was a dumb fucking move, moving it to Britain and shit, because I don't really know anybody except for those people who just eat up anything horror. Who be like, oh yeah, I like the last season. I mean, if you say, oh yeah, I like the Little Pigs episode, I get it. That was animated and Bobcat and shit. They just had to throw something in there. But Tales from the Crypt's where it's at, dog. I love that shit. I fucking love that shit, dog. More than Tales from the Hood, dog. Tales from the Crypt is fucking awesome. If we were doing our favorite horror everything of all time, it might beat out Planet Terror because that's my favorite horror movie. Tales from the Crypt might beat it off. Don't know. I don't know what that lady's packing.
Sounds like a marriage made in heaven to me.
Well, Joe, speaking of marriages made in heaven, next week we're going to do our top movies that deal with farming. So I hope you're ready. And I hope you guys are ready to head on over to dwnproductions.net. It's not going to be tonight, but sometime this week I'll put the new mask up there, which I wanted to finish and run into the shop and get, but we've been going for 2 hours. Double what I thought we were going to fucking go
Tom
for.
wanted to get to bed early, but let's start early because I need to be up at 6 o'clock.
Yep, and that's why we started at 9:30. It's like, oh, we're going to end at regular time now, I guess. So the audio version definitely won't be up till tomorrow. I got shit to do, and since a couple people already watched this, fucking watch it. The fucking real G's who only do the audio shit. Apologies, this went up a couple hours later. But it'll still be up early-ish tomorrow when I wake up at 6. I'll drive Lori to work and then come back and get right on this fucking audio shit. So head on over to boygob.com to listen to this shit. Even if you already watched it, listen to it in the fucking background just so we get another hit on that shit. And then go to dwnproductions.net. There you'll find a shirt. The Boygob shirt, this fucking show, the garbage fucking bullshit you're watching or listening to, go get the shirt. After this week, it'll probably be moved over to fastcustomshirts.com. So if you want to find it, hopefully it will be. So if you want to find it easily, go to dwnproductions.net and get it because it's right on the fucking main page. And then I'll have the fish dick mask up later this fucking week. Houston Horror Festival of Fright Films, a.k.a. the Houston Horror Film Fest, going down this weekend. If you're listening to this extra long fucking episode because you got a koozie, we made this fucking episode extra long and extra good just for you since last week was so bad. Thank you for giving the koozie. Thank you for listening to this. If you didn't, go fuck yourself. People who are hearing this, let the people know who didn't listen to go fuck themselves. And you got fucking maybe 8 hours to post a picture of yourself looking like the Crypt Keeper and hashtag it Boygob. And if one of them makes me laugh, maybe if any of them makes me laugh, probably if all 3 people who do this, they'll all get a fucking koozie. So do that shit, and then Joe's going to do his shit, and then I'm going to unclick, and then I'm going to go fucking out there and finish my fucking work. And then maybe sleep. I don't know. That doesn't happen much nowadays.
FastCustomShirts.com. I'm not adding anything new this week. I'm short on fucking stock to print on and short on time because I still have shit to print for the fucking Houston Horror Film Festival, which you'll see us at. And I'll probably have some of the Boygob shirts there. So if you fucking show up, you can buy one and not have the hassle of waiting for it to be shipped or whatever the fuck. But we'll see you there, I guess. And yeah, fuck it. It's a long episode. I'm tired.
And just plain short because you're Mexican. Boygob! You fuck Boygob?
In Italian.